Hello, family. Thank you for coming over to the house tonight. And just kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the SK beat. We're kicking. Just kicking. Just kicking. Okay, you don't come to another episode where we're going to be asking the question of, why you telling my business? Don't be telling my business. Why not? Because a can and a can, a can, a can, and a wheel. Now we're off to... Hey everyone, thank you for coming to the channel, family. I'll be calling y'all fam, alright? Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like and comment on my videos. But let's get to the topic, because I did not know Michael Jackson was dating Miss Stephanie Mills. But child, he's gone, he's dead, he's moving to another atmosphere or whatnot. But we got Stephanie Mills here still taking up for Michael. And she also said she didn't know why Oprah would interview him at his home, and he's feeling comfortable with her and all this, that, and the third. Okay. So Stephanie Mills was mad. And I don't know who was interviewing her, but she let Oprah be known, or she made it known to Oprah that this shit ain't fine. Don't nobody want to see you. We probably looking up like a clone, because one minute she's fat, other minute she's slim, then real sexy looking, like she'll possibly a 5 or something of that nature. Then she gonna tell us that that's her real hair that she wears. Now I'm not talking about Stephanie. I'm talking about Michael Jackson's, not Michael Jackson's mom. Who was that? Shit. Oh, I can't remember. But it was somebody else. Oprah is who it was, because she said she was drinking some concoction that somebody made up for her, and they were giving her some tips of, making her hair not grow dry and fix it up like that. But Oprah came out with a head full of hair, and she gonna say, "Oh, that's all my hair. I don't wear wigs." I like, Oprah, give it up. We know you wear wigs. Because half the time you should trade them in for different styles. Okay? But it seems like you like the curly style, but now you like the silk pressy style. But don't know nobody believe that they got good sense, okay? So then you were saying you had a maintenance drug that you was using. No, you probably was using that drug all the time. Y'all, she said she had the Mounjaro. It is made for and distributed for individuals that have type 2 diabetes. You see what I'm saying? And she gonna, rich folks like herself, she gonna ride whatever she can by, and other people in Hollywood that wants to stay thin, okay, without doing the exercise. And I'm not mistaken, I think she's a joint partner in Weight Watchers right now. So it's kind of looking like you stupid. You look like we don't know what you're talking about, okay? Because why am I going to come to you for dance lessons and then branch off and go and get my teeth fixed? Who does that? Who does that? But let you hear Stephanie Mills' audio that she was talking to her interviewer. And that's about it.
Well, how dare she? She had interviewed Michael at his home. And when people interview, it's just like with Gayle King interviewing R. Kelly, at a time when they're vulnerable and they trust Oprah because she was a black woman coming to interview them. And at that point, people trusted her. But how dare you bring two guys that was in his court to both times, and then give them a platform to say the same nonsense that they said in the court twice? How could you do that? That doesn't even make sense to me. And he's not here to defend himself. And I get so tired of us as artists trusting these black journalists to take care of us, but they don't. They exploit us. And I don't like it. I felt like R. Kelly was exploited. Well, how dare she? She had interviewed Michael at his home. And when people interview, it's just like with Gayle King interviewing R. Kelly, at a time when they're vulnerable and they trust Oprah because she was a black woman coming to interview them. And at that point, people trusted her. But how dare you bring two guys that was in his court to both times and then give them a platform to say the same nonsense that they said in the court twice? How could you do that? That doesn't even make sense to me. And he's
And Stephanie, it doesn't have to make sense to you all. It just um, they have to tell a good story, whether it's a lie or it's the truth. Okay, they go out there and give the best shot in telling a story, making sure everything corresponds with how they're supposed to be portrayed. But people gonna do stuff regardless if you like it or not. They gonna do stuff just how they were made up. Maybe it's from birth. Maybe the family environment was messed up, and so they get what we have with Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. Okay, the R. Kelly, I don't think he can read or write. But I know he know how to count money, or somebody that does it for him. And I'm like, girl, why did she get so upset about somebody else she care about? She should be the voice of reason. They say, okay, you got screwed this time. Let me show you how you got screwed because I talked to my lawyer about your case and he gave me some pointers. And what it seems like is Stephanie was trying to say that those two men were possibly getting paid because they came into court two times. And did nobody know who they were? I mean, Michael may have known it, but he didn't say anything about it because that's not how Michael moves. He'll stay in the situation till he feels he got to go. Okay? Their mission and values may have coincided with the company he was working for or the industry, but people have to tell lies about their age unless they're actually that age and they're proud of it. But some, like Nene Leakes, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other heavy hitters, they don't want to be older because that means their career is going to be tainted with no work. Now, when you used to living a good life, it's hard for you to go back. And I think that's what those two gentlemen were doing. They want to make sure Michael got it all because every time he's filming or talking with somebody, it's the children. And these children are 12 years and older. And the part of sleeping with them, he should have had beds, bunk beds, to say, okay, y'all jump into bed. Ooh, excuse me. And I'm going to my bedroom, or basically have a big bedroom for itself and the children. But they don't know the children's got to have uh, the bunk beds, how many you bring there. So it's like you have to be a long way in your house and being able to carry all these amenities. But yeah, Stephanie is very mad at Oprah. Very mad. And I tell you, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Because she started off with her Oprah show catering to the blacks. And once she had been doing it for so long, she like, okay, I'm gonna charge regular everyday people. So let's continue to see what she had to say.
to do that. That doesn't even make sense to me. And he's not here to defend himself. And I get so tired of us as artists trusting these black journalists to take care of us, but they don't. They exploit us. And I don't like it. I felt like R. Kelly was exploited. Well, how dare she? She had interviewed Michael at his home. And when people interview, it's just like with Gayle King interviewing R. Kelly, at a time when they're vulnerable and they trust Oprah because she was a black woman coming to interview them. And at that point, people trusted her. But how dare you bring two guys that was in his court to both times and then give them a platform to say the same nonsense that they said in the court twice? How could you do that? That doesn't even make sense to me.
And you see with Oprah, well, shoot, let's go on past that. If we get another picture with Oprah, I'm going to tell y'all what I think about that as well. But okay.
And he's not here to defend himself. And I get so tired of us as artists trusting these black journalists to take care of us, but they don't.
And if you consider reality TV castmates, if you depend on them and say they are family and this, that, and third, that's okay. It's really okay. But that's why you see Krishan in there. Because I was going to talk a little bit about her, but time is not prevailing on my side. So we're going to have to move on. We got to move on now. But as you see, Oprah had interviewed Michael Jackson at his home, and he thought he was inviting somebody, essential to his plight that he was quite put in. You know what I'm saying? However, it didn't turn out for the good. It turned out for the worst. And then we had Michael trying to call himself dating Elvis Presley's daughter. And I'm pretty sure she turned him down. They didn't see Michael like that. So, because I didn't understand why Michael didn't drive a car. Everything was a limo this, a limo that.